Canova, and welcome to Geek Girls Reviews. Today, we are going to be reviewing this wig. I gotta look at the box and figure out where it's from again. Wig is Fashion. So, this is one of the lace fronts from Wig is Fashion, and I was blown away by this wig. 100%. So before we get too far, I wanted a wig that looked lace front, that had bold color, because I like my blues, I like my greens, and I really wanted to play with this teal. But I wanted dark roots, because a lot of the times I'm too lazy to do my roots. So what I was hoping for with this wig was something that I could wear out that looked enough like my hair that I didn't have to style my hair, but it would still recognizably be me. Because you know, when you're, especially as a performer, sometimes when you rock a new color, if that color is a success, then you try to kind of build a little bit of an icon image off of it for a little bit. Lady Gaga has done this, you know, on a grand scale with just some of her iconic looks. And I find that being a burlesque performer, being somebody that is out and about creating content, that I strive for that. And I really enjoy making an iconic look or something that can be identified with me, because then that means people are thinking about me, right? Yeah, good marketing strategy. So this all came about because an amazing artist is working on a sticker of me, and they took my natural, they took my color, my bluish turquoise color. We're just gonna say it's natural because fuck it, right? And gave me dark roots, but gave me this haircut that was kind of like this, which is exactly like a ton of photos I had sent them, but it's based on one of my other iconic looks, which is the straight black hair that I would wear for Loki, that I would wear when I was producing, that this was, I would go out after cons in this look, and it became a bit of a signature for me. So this hairstyle is based on that, which is nothing like what I actually rock. So when I saw the sticker, part of me went, oh no, this looks nothing like me, because this isn't a look I rock. Like, it's a combination of all my looks and like none of them. And who's gonna buy a sticker that they can't recognize as me? And then I saw this wig, and I liked the color, and I knew the style looked good on me, and it matched the sticker. So I said, okay, problem solved. If this wig is good, we can start building a look around this. You'll notice that on my social media, especially on Instagram, the Jessica Nova, I did a whole series of photos with this wig, trying it out as a signature look. So I did this turquoise haired, neon, vampire, somewhat boudoir, sex pot. You know, just horny for blood. And this was the color, and to me, it was a really interesting choice because I can't think of a vampire that rocks this. So getting to mix in all this high fashion and this neon demon art that I've kind of been existing in, and making it with this new look to match a sticker designed to look like me, has been a journey. It's been a journey. But I digress. That is why I chose this wig, and the channel creator was nice enough to send it to me so that I could talk about it with you. So here it is. It's a bob. It's got, it's more of a middle part. I do it as a side part because that's a little bit more like me, and I don't think middle parts really look good if you're not Jonathan Taylor Thomas from the 90s. And even then, questionable, right? You know, but at the time I was like 7. So I thought, wait, listen. That's just what it was. But I don't want to rock a middle part. So I side style it, and it's real easy to do. The lace front and the parting are really well done. So you can't see the knots in the lace, which, I mean, I guess you kind of can a little bit there. I'm used to, if I do a lace front wig, you know, you hand knot, so you can see those itty bitty knots. This is incredibly well done. You don't feel any kind of texture while you're wearing it. The lace goes far enough back, you'll see here, that really you're able to build a look that seems very natural while still being easy and accessible. You know, I didn't have to glue this down to wear it. I could have. It would have looked just that little touch more realistic if I'd have glued it down with some wig glue. But I didn't feel like it needed to. It has a pretty good fit. I have a pretty average head. And then I just trim the lace. You know, you trim your lace. You can trim your lace a little bit better than I do. But even with me doing it at a photo shoot at 3 a.m, it was easy. It trimmed real easy. It trimmed back very easily. I didn't have a lot of hairs that I worried that I'd cut off, or that I felt that I had to trim extra far and maybe a little dangerously too far and kind of messed up the whole look of the wig. It was simple. One thing I noticed that I have a lot of problem with wigs, and it's the baby hairs up front that definitely start to, they don't curl, but they definitely crimp a little in the middle just from easy wear. So there's a bit of delicacy you got to take with the fibers of the wig. But I didn't think that was too bad, because I definitely ran through it with one of my not for wig combs and just combed the shit out of it to get it to lie flat, sprayed it with some hairspray, and it looked great. You can baby this wig. You can be a little tough on this wig. It's a good price. I was able to get it. The channel creator was able to get it when they were having a sale. Wig is Fashion has a lot of excellent sales. They have a lot of excellent product. This is one of many wigs I've had by them, and I will say that the colors that they use are always extremely vibrant and very deep. I don't feel like you have a loss of color payoff. I don't feel like they get translucent. You know, sometimes when you get to a photo shoot and you're wearing a boldly colored wig, all those lights hit it and suddenly it's not as deep. It's not as exciting and vibrant. And these wigs don't have that problem, at least not that I have encountered at all. And they stay soft. You see me fucking just sitting here brushing this wig, petting it like it's a damn cat. It's soft. I shot in it for 3 hours, I guess. Maybe a little longer. Maybe a little longer. Yeah, because I did 3 looks in this wig. And it's not tangled. I didn't hit it with a shit ton of detangle spray beforehand to keep it straight. It's brushed through, even kind of flipping around and posing like a goober. It stayed very manageable. And for the most part out of my face. I did have to stop a couple of times and hit it on the sides so that it would get out of my face. But that wasn't too bad, all things considered. And this has had 2 different hats on it. And still, the amount of flyaways is so very little. It's a dream. Their wigs, I have to say, as somebody that likes to put a wig on, kind of throw it down, get it on a couple of weeks later to do something on the fly, their wigs are incredible for that. I don't have a lot of aftercare I have to do to keep them nice. And that's, you know, they definitely are more expensive than some of the quick get wigs that I could get off of Amazon. But this is lasting, you know, and there's definitely a sense of quality that's not always there when you just grab something on the fly from somewhere else. I have plenty of Amazon wigs that I use for photo shoots, but every once in a while, again, if you're doing something where you're creating a signature look, it's well worth your money, because the payoff in the time that you spend, or you don't have to spend taking care of it, is really good. And they have a variety of styles, so if you're building something iconic, you don't have to do a lot of after work. Nobody really has a lot of time to do that if they're, you know, if you had the time to put that into your own look in that way, then you'd probably have enough money to have a stylist, if that makes sense. You know, building an image, if you're the one picking your wig for your image, then you probably have 100 other things you need to do to create that image. So getting something that's a little more ready to go, that helps you look fire when you're your only employee, is really, really important. So quality, it looks good, it lasts, and now we're going to see it on me, okay? Yeah. So now you can see it on me as I tuck up my hair. You can see the lace not glued down. There's a flyaway right in my eye. Part slightly pulled to the side as opposed to more in the middle. And this is on one of the looser settings on the back, and I feel like I can get a good bit of motion, movement, not feel like it's going to fly off. It is thick, so it is a little heavier than some of your other wigs that you might be used to wearing if you don't necessarily put the little bit of extra money that a wig like this does kind of run. I'm looking at the blue light kind of hitting on it. Interesting in a way. The way that it hits the blending effect in the roots is kind of making a green tone on my end. I'd be very curious if it looked that way to you. But I'm also in blue lighting. But I think for the most part, this has a very natural look. You can take your baby hairs and you can style them. You could tease this so that it frames with a little more volume. You can spray it. There's a whole lot of things you can do. It's also really good. You can see there's not a lot of lace line there. But it's just, you know, this took me seconds to put on. I'm moving it all around. It's definitely going to need a little zhuzh and move your fingers through it or spray it, or you can hit it with the detangler. You can hit it with all the products that you would normally be able to. You can also heat style a lot of their wigs if you're careful. Do your test swatches. Make sure that, you know, you don't have on too high a setting. But I would not be afraid to hit this with a low heat blow dryer with a little bit of hairspray if I wanted it to just keep a little bit more shape to it, if I wanted it to do a little something special. I feel like I could achieve that with this wig. Again, I have not done any of my testings. Please don't take a heat product to a wig. You don't know if it's going to melt on you. I have done that. It's fucking horrible. But yeah, I'm very happy. I think that if you order a wig from Wig is Fashion, that you're going to be very happy for the amount of money that it is and the amount of time that you'll save styling it. And it's a really good alternative if you want something in that way. That's a little bit more trendy. It's a little bit more fashion. It's a little less maybe cosplay or costume and a little more everyday in a lot of ways. Or it's a little bit more, it's hard to describe. There's just a quality to it that I think shows and I think is well worth the money. So I hope you enjoyed this review. This wig gets a 10 from me, and I would love to know what other wigs you might want to see on the channel. Make sure you follow me at the Jessica Nova on Instagram. You can check out mygeekglory.com, or you can see me on Twitch at twitch.tv/mygeekglory every Monday, and then sometimes some other days. Have a great whenever it is for you, and I'll see you soon. Bye!